Welcome to Change Your Story, the podcast that helps women build a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life from the inside out.
I'm your host and transformation coach, Hannah Dawson. I'm a personal trainer, nutrition educator, and mindset mentor, and I am here to help you feel strong, confident, and free in your body. Not by starving, shrinking, or punishing yourself, but by training with a purpose, eating with a purpose, and having faith through the process so you can change the way you see yourself forever. Inside this podcast, we break free from diet culture, perfectionism, and all the stories that have held you back. We rewrite the new ones rooted in truth, strength, and self-love. You will hear real talk, faith-fueled encouragement, proven fitness and nutrition strategies, and the mindset tools you need to stay consistent, stay focused, and believe in yourself again. If you are ready to stop starting over, build a life you love, and finally change your story, you are in the right place. Let's build a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life. Let's rewrite your story. What is up, my lovelies? Welcome back to the Change Your Story podcast. I'm so excited to be here with you. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. I know how valuable it is, but I also know, how valuable your mindset and pouring into yourself is. So I just want you to acknowledge that you are doing some internal work right now because you are willing to spend your time listening to this episode so that when you are done, you will see things differently. You'll be able to make better choices that align with your goals, that align with your self-relationship. So thank you for being here. For all my new listeners, welcome. I'm your host and transformation coach, Hannah Dawson. I'm so excited you are here today. My hope and my prayer is that you feel motivated, encouraged, that you see things differently by the time we are done this episode. You guys, without further ado, I quickly want to share, not quickly, I'm actually very excited to share some news with you. Some of you may know if you follow me on social media, some of you may not know, but I finally finished writing my book. Yes, it's been a 5-year process. I actually took 2 years. I had to step away from it because life happened. The whole transformation, the transition with the app and all the stuff, life just happened. And yeah, it just happened. And I had to take a step away from it. And then about a year ago, I started writing the book again because what I truly wanted to share with women, what I really wanted to help women with was self-relationship. And so my book proposal, I just submitted to Hay House for the second time. I'm really, really excited. My book is called Change Your Story from Self-Rejection to Self-Love, How to Rewrite Your Story, Rewire Your Beliefs, and Return to You. So stay tuned if you would like to know when it gets launched or all the updates about the book. If Hay House picks it, there is a link in the show notes below. Go and add your name and email to the list, and you will be on a private email list for the book called Change Your Story. That said, you guys, the links below to the Fit Club platform, if you are looking for building your self-relationship, transforming your body, transforming your mind, having a healthy relationship with food, workouts, nutrition, community, mindset, try the Fit Club 7 days for free. The link is below. This is my all-in-one female transformation platform where I help you build a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life. Okay. Let's get into today's episode. I'm really excited about it. This has come, kind of like I said on last week's episode, this has come from my coaching clients, from all the women that I work with. And it's a pattern that I have been noticing. Not in only women that I work with, but what I see going on. And it's, a pattern that seems to be ever moving, always all consuming. And it's this idea that, you want change, right? You genuinely, you want to change your body. You want to feel better. You want more energy. You want more confidence. You want to lose weight. You want to build muscle. You want to feel better. There's this transformation that you want, correct? Right? You want this body, you want this goal, and I'm sure you've been there before. You set a goal and you start to go after it. But here has been a theme that I've noticed, and not only in my female clients but my male clients and in the general population when it comes to body transformation, is that you want a different body without a different life. And that is the disconnect. I think that's one of the biggest reasons that people stay stuck or that you yo-yo, is because you're trying to change your body without changing your life, right? One of the clients that I'm coaching right now, I've been working with, and this client has been working incredibly hard. They've had amazing progress. Like, I'm talking incredible physical transformation. They've lost weight. They feel better. Things have been moving in the right direction. But here's something that I've noticed. Lately, things have shifted. We're 6 months in. There's been like a 50-pound weight loss transformation. The strength workouts have been harder to fit in, right? Life has gotten busy. There's kids, there's sports, there's work, there's commitments. And the workouts have slowly becoming something that happens if they have time. And during one of our conversations, I said, what would it look like to get your workouts done before the day starts? And the answer was, I am not a morning person. Now, this isn't about waking up at 5 a.m. That's not the point that I'm trying to make with you. The point is the story, right? The story that person said, I am not this. Because sometimes we don't realize that the biggest thing standing between us and our goals isn't time. It's not time. It's not that you're too busy. It's the identity we've become comfortable protecting, right? You want this version. You see these fit people are like, that would be amazing. And then you'll tell your story, it's just genetics, or it's this, or it's easier for them, or they have more time. No. That those people are that way because they have changed their environment and their lifestyle to match that. See, you want the different body, you want to feel differently, but you don't want to change your life. You don't want to interrupt patterns and the ways of doing things, because here's the thing, what you're doing is not going to get you to where you want to be. You have to be willing to change things. Not saying you have to get up at 5 a.m., but here's the thing, at some point you're going to have to make certain sacrifices for that version of you. And it's not always going to feel like sacrifices, because what once was discipline is now going to be routine and habit. Here's the thing, is that we have to look at the things that we say we're not willing to do as comfort zones, right? It's an identity that you are protecting because you've been comfortable with it. I'm not a morning person. I don't have time. This is just how my life is. Those aren't facts. Those are stories that you're telling yourself that is keeping you from getting to where you want to be. So then when you don't get to where you want to be, it's like reinforces the story, right? Remember what we talked about? I'm not sure if we talked about this here. Maybe this was in my book. I'm so close to my book. It's called Confirmation Bias, right? The story that you believe will be the result that you see, will be confirmation bias. So if you tell yourself you're not a morning person, then when you go to go after a goal and you don't, or you sabotage, you'll be like, see, I can't do it. Has nothing to do with that, and everything to do with that you're trying to become a new identity while being in an environment that doesn't support that, in routines that don't support that. That you're living from a story that this is just how my life is. But remember, it's just a story. At any moment, we can decide to change that story, right? Every moment you have a choice. That's where your power is. It's in your ability to choose differently. Remember this, every result has a lifestyle attached to it. So, something that I have understand deeply and I love to teach is that every result has a lifestyle attached to it. Think about that for a moment. Every single one. The body you want has a lifestyle attached to it. The marriage you want has a lifestyle attached to it. The peace you want has a lifestyle attached to it. The confidence you want has a lifestyle attached to it. We often focus on the outcome, but we forget to build the life that naturally produces that outcome, right? You're so fixed on the outcome. This is where I'm coming back to the client that I'm working with. It's like, boom, the so when you're in the pain of it and working towards it, it's like you're doing the things, but you're doing the things. And then once you start seeing the result, you lay off the things. The same respect that got you the result is the same respect and the same routine that you've got to continue. The only thing that looks different is probably the food intake. The same patterns and habits you have to create. If you let off the gas, you're going to just go back to where you were. It's you don't just maintain. It's a lifestyle. Quit focusing on the goal. If you keep focusing on, oh, once you get there, then life will be, that's the biggest trap of all. That's the biggest lie of all. Every choice that you make, everything that you want is going to require a choice. And that goal is going to require a certain level of lifestyle, a certain level of a different routine. Are you willing to change your routine? If you're not willing to change your routine, you'll never get to the goal. That's why it feels so hard. That's why you complain all the time. That's why you say all these things, because you're not willing to stretch your identity. You're not willing to stretch beyond. You're not willing to get uncomfortable. The discomfort doesn't last forever, by the way. In the beginning, when we're first being stretched, of course, it's going to be uncomfortable. Of course, things are going to feel hard. But if you quit complaining, if you keep complaining, you're just going to stay where you are. It's changing that mindset. That's why I teach in the Fit Club, Fit Mind. Like, we have to constantly work on that mind every day because it wants to complain. It's called ANTS, automatic negative thinking. We have to take control of our mindset every day. Remind ourselves we are building a new version of ourselves, a healthier version. We have to choose today the things that align with that. If that means getting up earlier because that's the only way we get our workout in, then you're choosing that identity. You're choosing that. It won't feel hard forever because, like anything, the more we practice something, the better we get at it, right? Every goal you want is going to have a certain lifestyle attached to it. Your current life is producing your current results right now. That's the hard truth. Your current routine, your habits, your environments, your priorities, your schedule, they're perfectly designed to produce the results you're getting today. So what results are you getting now? If you are not where you want, it is because of the things that you're doing daily, the environments, the routines, the way that you set yourself up, your schedule, the way you organize. People aren't successful because they've been tapped with a magic wand or they've been dealt the cards. They're successful because, for one, they're organized, and for two, they recognize that they get to control the next 24 hours and what they do with it. We all get the 24 hours in a day. Some people leak it, some people waste it, and some people prioritize it and invest it. Now you have to ask yourself, what are you doing with it, right? What is your environment? Your schedule, your priorities, what are they helping you? They are perfectly designed to produce the results you're getting today. So if you want different results, something in your life has to become different, right? There's nothing wrong with you. You just have to start choosing differently. You're not a failure and you're not broken and there's nothing wrong with your body, your life, or your hormones. You just have to choose differently. You have to make different choices that align with that version. Because the life that you want, the body that you want, the marriage you want, the finances you want, they're going to require you to choose differently. That lifestyle is going to require a different routine, different habits. You can't keep doing the same thing expecting a different result. I think that's the definition of insanity. You're going to have to stretch yourself. I think, we see this in so many areas of life, or I have anyways. Think about someone rebuilding their life after addiction. Speaking to the choir here, speaking to myself, right? One of the biggest parts of recovery is often changing patterns. So something that we hear in recovery is change people, places, and things, right? And changing routines, changing environments. Sometimes even changing who we spend time with. Often, a lot of the time, we have to change the people that are influencing us, because it's incredibly difficult to build a new future while living inside the exact same patterns that supported the old one. The same principles apply to our health, right? What foundation are you trying to build your transformation on? Are you just trying to get an outcome with no foundation? You'll just keep reverting back. It's the same in addiction as it is with health. Not because health is the same as addiction or food, or, lack of willpower or lack of discipline, but it is the same. That's how we transform, right? Not taking care of yourself, neglecting yourself, addiction, or the ways that we tap out could look like addiction to food, addiction to drugs, addiction to work, addiction to distraction or busyness. Those are ways we tap out, right? Those are ways that we avoid. Lasting transformation will always require you to create new patterns, new habits, new ways of thinking. You can't keep protecting the old life and want something new. I think sometimes we believe that transformation should fit neatly inside our current lifestyle, and it never works like that. That's why you get results for a bit, and then you yo-yo back, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, maybe it's not even that long, maybe it's a month later, and you're like, what is wrong with me? Why do I keep sabotaging? Have you ever just, for a second, kind of looked at who you're hanging out with, how your environment, how your home looks, how your pantry looks, how your house looks, how your habits look, what time you get up, what time you go to bed, how your calendar looks, how your schedule looks? That right there will give you an indication of why you keep reverting back. It has nothing to do with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. But the things that are supposed to support you may be supporting the old life and not helping support the new life. We think, I'll just squeeze in a workout. I'll just eat better when life comes down. I'll start Monday. But what if your goal isn't asking for a better version? But what if your goal isn't asking for a better version of your current life? What if it's asking for a different life? Because the person who consistently moves her body lives differently. The person who feels strong has different habits. The person who has peace protects different things. The person who has energy has different priorities. Not because they're perfect, but because they've been intentional with building a life that supports who they want to become. Stop trying to fit transformation into your old life. I think so many of us are trying to fit our transformation into a lifestyle that was never designed to support it. You're trying to become someone new while protecting the routines that created the version of you that you're trying to leave behind. And those two things, they can't coexist forever. At some point, something has to change. Something is going to give, and either you're going to revert back or you're going to transform and you're going to grow. So I think, transformation happens from one, awareness, and then from two, when we start asking ourselves questions. So instead of asking yourself this, how do I fit my goals into my current life, or what is wrong with me? Try asking, what kind of life would naturally create the person I want to become? What habits, what routines, right? What is my fridge and my pantry going to have to look like? What time I get up and go to bed is going to look like? What is my calendar week going to look like? That question will change everything, because now you're not chasing the body. You're building the life. You're choosing that version of you daily. Just like we talked about last week, you have to choose that version daily. The body you want isn't built by one perfect workout, ladies, and it's not ruined by one missed workout or one missed perfect meal. One perfect meal or one perfect week. It is built by a a life made up of small choices every single day, repeated over and over and over again. Your routines, your habits, your environments, your standards, your priorities. That's what creates your transformation. Because the body that you want isn't asking you to become someone different overnight. It's inviting you into today to start living differently. One choice, one habit, one chapter at a time. Remember, you don't create a new body with the same life. You create it by building a life that naturally supports the woman you are becoming. You guys, thank you so much for being here today. If this episode encouraged you, I would mean the world to me if you would share it. Share it with someone. Maybe someone came to your mind while you were listening to this episode today. I always believe that that's how the power of love works, is when someone comes to our heart and we're like, yeah. And I also say this too. This is very powerful. Whatever triggered you today or really felt loud for you today, take that. That part was for you. That's speaking to a part that is leading you. That's almost like light on your path when you feel kind of lost. You're like, I don't know what to do. Or that is the answer. That's a little clue. That's a little breadcrumb of the area that you need to focus on. And for all my new listeners, or, my listeners that, want to start building a life that supports the woman that you are trying to build and become, join the Fit Club. This is your foundation of what living a fit life looks like. Mindset, nutrition, training, community. 7-day free trial is in the show notes below. You'll never regret it. You'll never regret investing in your self-relationship, because here's the thing. The only relationship that will change anything is the one that you have with yourself, the one that you have with your body, the one that you have with your life. That's it. That's all. And again, if you're excited about Change Your Story, my book, From Self-Rejection to Self-Love, don't forget to join the book waitlist in the show notes below. And until next time, keep changing your story. Bye for now.